Welcome student. Today we will going to discuss about the sexual reproduction. The article which is included in reproduction in lower and higher plants. Before that, we might have been detailed studied the definition of reproduction, then mode of reproduction, in which reproduction is mainly divided into main two types, that is asexual reproduction and next sexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction completed in previous lecture. Now today we will going to discuss about the article sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is also called as amphimixis. The literal meaning of amphimixis, that is, amphi means both, mixis means mixing. Thus, when a new individual is formed with the help of two different sex gametes which are always mixed together, it's called as sexual reproduction. The exact definition of sexual reproduction is the process in which formation and fusion of two compatible sex cells or gametes takes place is called as sexual reproduction. I will explain again definition of sexual reproduction. The process in which two compatible sex cells or sex gametes are produced as well as fused, and the phenomenon is called as sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction takes place in higher plants at the time of flowering phase. Thus, flower acts as a site for the process sexual reproduction. The main function of flower is to produce two haploid gametes, that is, one is haploid male gamete and another is haploid female gamete. This flower also shows four different orals like as calyx, corolla, androecium and gynoecium. Out of these four floral orals, calyx and corolla are called as accessory floral orals, while androecium and gynoecium are called as essential floral orals. This flower also shows two major events, that is meiosis and formation of gametes. The gametes which are fused with each other to form a zygote. Thus, the process sexual reproduction has been divided into main three phases, that is pre-fertilization phase, fertilization phase and post-fertilization phase. Now, you are going to discuss about the definition of flower and the structure of stamen. Flower is highly modified and condensed shoot, specially designed for sexual reproduction. This flower has two main essential orals, that is androecium and gynoecium. We are going to discuss first the structure of androecium. Androecium is the male reproductive oral of the flower. The individual membrane of this androecium, also called as stamen. Stamen made up of main three parts like eggs, anther, connective and filament. Anther is a fertile part of stamen which is present at the tip of filament. This anther may be dithecous or monothecous. Dithecous anther encloses two anther lobes, while mono means single. The anther which encloses a single lobe is called as monothecous anther. Dithecous anther consists of 4 pollen sacs and hence called as tetrasporangiate. Dithecous anther encloses 2 pollen sac and 4 pollen chambers or 4 pollen sacs, also called as tetrasporangiate. Monothecous anther includes a single lobe and consists of 2 pollen sacs, or also called as disporangiate. This is about the general description about the anther. Now we are going to discuss about the TS of anther. TS means transverse section. TS of anther initially the cell which is present in stamen, which is called as archisporial cell, which is found in the primordial stamen. During the TS of anther, this archisporial cell, which is hypodermally in position, divides into 2 cells, that is inner sporogenous cell and outer parietal cell. Inner sporogenous cell divides again and again to form a sporogenous tissue. Each cell of this sporogenous tissue is capable to produce a to produce a microspore tetrad which is always diploid. This microspore tetrad is also called as microspore mother cell. Thus, diploid microspore tetrad or diploid microspore mother cell undergoes meiosis to produce 4 pollen sac which are always haploid, and these haploid pollen grains are enclosed within the pollen sac or pollen chamber. Outer parietal cell redivides to form a anther wall, which is further made up of 4 different layers, and these 4 different layers are arranged from outer to inner like as epidermis, endothecium, middle layer, tapetum, etc. Epidermis is a single outermost and protective layer which is made up of a flattened or a tubular cells. Next layer is called as endothecium. Endothecium lies below the epidermis. This is epidermis. Epidermis follow a next layer which is called as endothecium. Endothecium is made up of thick-walled or radially elongated cells. Made up of radially elongated cells with fibrous thickening. This layer, endothecium, is responsible for the dehiscence of anther wall. Endothecium or fibrous thickening of radially elongated cells are responsible for dehiscence of anther wall at the maturity. Next layer, that is middle layer. Middle layer lies below the endothecium. This is epidermis, then endothecium, next a middle layer which is made up of 2 to 3 layer of thin-walled cells. The cells of middle layer degenerates at the maturity and is responsible to merge the 2 pollen sac within a single pollen chamber or pollen lobe. The cells of middle layer degenerate and is responsible for the merging of 2 adjacent pollen sac and to form a single pollen chamber or single pollen lobe. Next layer, that is tapetum, which is present below the middle layer. This middle layer provides nutrition to the sporogenous tissue. Moreover, the cells of tapetum may be diploid or polyploid and nutritive in function. Thus, structurally, TS of anther mainly divided into two parts, that is anther wall and sporogenous tissue. In board exam, there is a question on this topic, that is sketch and label TS of anther for 2 marks. There is also a question, that is define flower or define a sexual reproduction. Thus, today we are completed a title sexual reproduction, in which structure of flower, parts of flower, then reproductive oral, that is androecium, structure of stamen, and the anther as well as TS of anther. You are having a homework on this title. Question number 1, define sexual reproduction. Question number 2, define flower. Then question number 3, sketch and label LS of flower, and question number 4, TS of anther. Okay, thank you.